Hey, this is Daryl Lewis.
And I'm Amber Brenton.
Thank you for watching another episode of Due Season. Enjoy this episode as we continue to interview our cast and crew. Hey everybody, we are on the set of Brenton's Christmas and we are excited. We're joined by Copeland.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. We are excited to have you here. Tell us a little bit about the role that you played on the show.
Okay, I played Kiera, Amber's girlfriend on the film. It was exciting, one, to be contacted for it, and two, to be a part, because my best friend, which is my cousin, literally went through the same thing. So for me to actually be a part of this helped me understand her point of view. So I was excited, talked to Amber about that. I was just like, okay, yeah, I want to do it, one, because I love her work. So I also wanted to be of support in that way. So, yeah.
Definitely. So let's talk about, how did you guys connect? How did you guys first meet?
Well, I've been following her a while on social media, and she always support me. She like and comment on every post. I don't even know if she watching it. She like it so fast.
Literally.
And I called her to do the film. What's funny is she said, am I gonna have to kiss? I was like, listen, there ain't no kissing or nothing like that. She was like, I don't know about that, but she said she'll do it for me, and that's how we met. I've been following her for a while. She's a comedian also. Yeah. And I asked her, she did not hesitate. She said, yes, I do, and that means a lot. So I thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And we connected well on that road. So.
Absolutely. I also want to add one thing. I saw Amber on stage, like, a year or two ago, and it was at Cat's Cafe, and she killed, and I'm like, that girl is so funny. So I started following her then, and that's how I gradually became a fan, because it was like, she's funny, like it's not just made up, like she's genuinely naturally talented. So,
I appreciate it. It means a lot coming from somebody that's talented also, so thank you.
You're welcome.
Definitely. So tell us a little bit about your background, acting, comedy, kind of what are you doing and kind of how did you get there?
Okay, I am an actress and currently starting stand-up comedy.
Oh, wow.
Started acting when I moved to Atlanta.
Okay.
Did not do anything, and that was like 4 years ago. I didn't even know that I wanted to act. Just always felt different in certain situations, even at work. And when I got here, I took an editing class for a nonprofit that I was working on, and the teacher happens to be an acting coach, actor himself, film director. So he invited me to a film festival. And then after that, the rest was history. I was like, okay, this is kind of cool. Working from background to now being in front of the camera. So, yeah. And with stand-up, just started that a few months ago. So everything's going good there.
Yeah. Stand-up is crazy. I know Cats is a tough crowd. And do you like stand-up more than acting, or do you have a preference?
Okay, so here's my answer for that. Being a comedian, I'm learning now that you have to be an actor. So I feel like it's synonymous. I feel like my purpose is acting, but who I am is a comedian. And so it meshes very well.
Definitely. So for people who are looking to get in contact with you, where can they find you and your work?
All of my work and everything else is on all platforms. The same handle is IAMELOCOPELAND. I am Elo Copeland. Okay.
And then how was the cast that you work with on this project?
Oh my God, everybody was great. Not from production to just somebody helping with crafts and camera crew, like DP, like every single person from each cast member, everybody knowing how important this project was for Amber, just wanting to be here 100% for her in the project. You felt it. Everybody connected very well. We had so much fun doing everything, regardless of the weather, regardless of whatever. Everyone made sure that we showed up, and I feel like everybody felt that way.
Right. What was your favorite part about the whole thing? Like your favorite part of this whole project?
I think seeing Mama pass out. That every single time.
Yeah.
Every single time it was funny. That's just
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I thank y'all so much. This just mean a lot. Like, it really do, to have everybody come together. And we shot this. We thought about it, probably 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, like probably about 5 or 6 weeks ago. Yeah.
And this man went to writing this script, and other people helped Jaleesa, and they wrote this thing. I mean, within a day probably, and
Wow. And
they helped me put this thing together. It's awesome
to see how everything. And I was telling you, like everything was seamless. Like even bigger projects sometimes with a lot of work and a lot of funding don't go this smoothly. Like literally, I think job well done for everybody. Like involved in the writing, everything. Job well done. So.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, thank you for being a part of it. We're excited to have you. You guys, if you haven't seen it yet, Brenton's Christmas is somewhere for you to see it. And shout out again to Elo Copeland. Y'all go follow her on all platforms.
Yeah, follow her.
Out.
She's funny too.
Thank you.
Peace.
We live on the set of Brenton's Christmas with Mr. Quincy
Quetant.
Quetant.
Yeah, Quetant. That's right.
All right,
You got
so
it.
you shook it up. I know you played Devin in the scene.
I did, yeah. I played Devin.
So how was the experience for you? I know this is your first experience acting.
It was amazing. It was really easy. A lot of help. Amber helped me out a lot. You know, she helped me gain a lot of experience acting. You know, doing improv and everything like that. Small skits. So it was good.
So talk about a little bit. How did you guys meet? What was that?
So how we met is kind of funny. So I moved here with my family about 5-6 years ago. And you know, I was just meeting people around the neighborhood and all of that good stuff. And I used to see her around, we never talked at all. Like probably for a good 3 to 4 years, we just never talked.
Why I say you ain't talking to me? Because of what?
Because you were gay. I'm like,
you,
nah, that's not.
Become a stud,
that's
right?
not why. Yeah, because you was a stud.
I'm not
like,
that bad woman across the street.
I mean, you know, and I had my own girl at the time, so I'm like,
leave me alone.
Yeah, I had to make my space known.
I get it. So maybe I was attracted. You like, I gotta stay away from that one.
She too fine for me.
Yeah, she too fine. That's what it is. No, but yeah, so after about 3 to 4 years, like I used to have a friend. We had a friend called DeMarcus. He used to mow our lawns and everything, and they were good friends. And he used to talk about her all the time. And then DeMarcus moved, and somehow we got linked up, and we started talking. We were in the garage, her garage, and she asked me, she's like, "Yeah, so what do you like to do?" I was like, "Man, I love stand-up comedy. That's my favorite thing." And she's like, "Oh, I do stand-up comedy. You need to come to some of the shows." So I'm like, "All right," you know. And then we just started, you know, rapping and talking, and we got real cool.
And I called him one day. He was across the street. I gotta find somebody to do this skit. I was like, "Hey, come here, sit in the chair."
Yeah, we started doing skits and all that. Yeah,
definitely. So I know in the skits you kind of mentioned. I hope you don't mind sharing that you have MS.
Oh yeah, I have MS. And it's cool with me because I didn't really want to tell anybody at first. But Amber, like, she makes it easy. Like, I was talking to her, and like she was helping me out, and like we'll just be over there just talking. Like I'll be over there till 12 in the middle of the night sometimes, and we'll just be talking. Like, and she accepts me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's hard, like, being in a position like that physically, and I had to stop working. She just accepted me, and she made it easy to just be open. Just be open, you know, and, you know, we just talk about it. We laugh about it. I like laughing, so I laugh at it.
Yeah, we joke about it.
We laugh at it.
Yeah. And that's the beauty, is being able to share your experience and be happy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Amber's crying, y'all.
Oh, Amber, it's my baby. You gotta come back to me.
Yeah.
Come back to me.
Okay.
Wow. So y'all got yourself together?
Yeah. Hold on. Okay.
And that's what it's about. I think I know this film is kind of featured around kind of coming out, but I think a lot of people go through lives having issues of acceptance, right? Trying to accept themselves. You know, I think it's even hard trying to adjust to a new reality sometimes.
It is, yeah.
So how's that experience been for you, that adjustment? Was it all, because it looks like you rocking it, right? I see you working out. Was it always that easy, or did it take time to get into a new headspace?
No, it took time. Like I told you, I didn't really want to tell anybody. Like I got diagnosed in 2013, but I didn't tell people that I grew up with or anything like that. I told like really close friends, like brother and sister relationships, but I didn't tell anybody, and it took me a while to like, you know, kind of accept it. And I kind of like, you know, I believe in Jesus, I believe in God, so I'll be like, man, I don't have, I used to try to speak it like I don't have MS and stuff, and you know, people can see it as denial, and then I started seeing it as denial, and I'm like, you know what, I'll accept it, and I'm gonna own it, and I'm gonna like, you know, build myself back up and be confident, you know, because it can take your confidence away from you.
Yeah. Well, I'm happy to see you on the other side, you know, and embracing who you are and making the most of it.
Because you definitely made me like appreciate everything more. Because it's like we complain so much, and then I'm like watching you, and you just like, I'm okay, I'm good, and like things could be worse, and you right. Like it's people out there could be worse, and like to see you still like working out every day, and you walk up to my house, and then because at first you didn't have like you could. Like right now, sometimes it's hard to keep your balance, but that didn't happen till later on, right?
Yeah, nah. So yeah, when I first moved here, I was working, and you know, I was able to drive and stuff like that. Like, and I was working out. I would run sometimes, but now it's like I can't wear slides. I don't want to wear slides. I remember the day we were leaving. Well, the next day I moved away from the house. I was wearing slides, and we used to do videos and skits, and like my slides would come off my feet. And I was trying to walk around.
I say, hey.
So I stopped wearing slides. I'm like, I'm not gonna do that no more. So I'm like, yes, that's a part of acceptance.
In the middle of the skit, toes out. I'm like, man, put your shoe on.
Yeah, no, but yeah, it's so you know, it was a process, and like you know, it got a lot better, and she was definitely there for it, you know.
Oh yeah, and I picked you. You know, I was telling Jaleesa about, I was like, every time I'm trying to find somebody else, and we had a Devin, and I always still had you in mind, but I was like, no, that may be, you know, because I wasn't sure, because you know, filming, it takes a lot of movement.
It's not easy.
And that guy dropped out, and I still had to lead back to you. So I really do believe you was meant to be on this film. And even when I told Cool and I told him with Daryl, I told him your condition, he was like, we'll make it work. We'll figure it out. So it's like you was meant to be on this film, and you did a great job,
Yeah,
too.
I appreciate it. I appreciate y'all, everybody assisting me. And, you know, we don't talk about it. We didn't talk about it, but I already knew you guys knew, like, you know, and you helped me out. Like, you know, you didn't look at me like, oh, man, this guy messing up. No, it's just, what do you need? How can I help?
Definitely.
Yeah.
So how was it working with the cast overall? How does the experience for you?
It really was like a family environment. Like, it really was. It's almost like I knew y'all already. And Amber made it pretty easy because I'm so close to her now, and like she got cool with all of y'all, and then being cool with her, I got accepted by y'all. It was just perfect. The crew was real close. The cast was close. And it just, I mean, it was amazing. I mean, we matching. We got, you know, the same sweaters on and stuff. We taking pictures, flicks and stuff. We on Instagram. So I'm like, all right, we good.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
What would you say, like, your favorite part of the whole thing?
So my favorite part, I was thinking about it. It had to be you and Sabrina always going back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite part had to be when she, you know, Mama Jackie told Sabrina to go get the door, and like she had her pie or whatever, and she went outside and to get her pie, and the guy dropping off the pie, I think it was the pie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dropping off the pie was like, yeah, make sure Mama Jackie don't know it's the same pie this year or something like that.
Yeah.
And she slammed the door in his face. That was I was rolling.
Yeah.
I was rolling.
Yeah, so we definitely got some fun moments, some good laughing, some good relationships. So if you haven't seen it yet, go check out Brenton's Christmas. Check out my man playing Devin, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yes, sir.
Peace.
Peace.